Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My beloved brothers and sisters, my dear soul who is listening right now, imagine this scene. It is early morning, the alarm has gone off. The sky outside your window is not fully dark, not fully light. Birds are just beginning to stir. The world is quiet in a way it never is at any other time of the day. You stand for the dawn prayer. You say the words you have said many times before. As soon as you finish, your hand reaches for your phone. There is a strong urge to lie back down, scroll a little, and drift off again. The warmth of the bed calls you. The to-do list for the day already starts crowding your mind. Some people do exactly that. They rush straight back to sleep. Some people wake already anxious. The moment they open their eyes, their chest tightens with thoughts of bills, work, studies, family. Some people wake already defeated by yesterday, carrying the weight of old mistakes and old disappointments into a new day. But there is also another group, a quiet, hidden group that almost no one notices. They sit after the dawn prayer for a few minutes longer. Their legs might ache, their eyes might be tired, but their hearts are awake. They stay seated, hands resting in their lap, heads slightly bowed, and in that fragile time between night and day, they begin to whisper to Allah, only you. This reminder and this Quranic supplication is for those hearts, and for yours if you want to join them. You may feel like your life is out of control. Jobs come and go. People change. One message can turn your day upside down. One phone call can change your whole year. You scroll past other people's achievements and a small painful thought appears inside you. Do I even have any power over my life? Does what I say to Allah in these quiet moments actually do anything? None. You did not stop believing in Allah. You did not decide to throw your faith away. You just became tired of asking and not seeing quick results, tired of hoping and then being hurt, tired of watching others move forward while you feel stuck. And yet, even in that tiredness, Allah has not stopped inviting you to speak to Him. There is a supplication in the Quran that is not only allowed, it is commanded. Allah does not just say, you may say it. He says, say it. In chapter 3, verse 26, Allah tells His Prophet to declare, and by extension, He is teaching you and me to declare. Say, O Allah, owner of all authority, you give authority to whom you will, and you take authority away from whom you will. You honor whom you will, and you humble whom you will. In your hand is all good. Surely you have power over all things. Meaning of Quran 3:26. Pause and think about this carefully. You are not saying, oh Allah, if you can please help me. You are speaking directly to the one who already owns everything you are chasing. Authority here is not just about kings and presidents. It is about every form of control, influence and position. The job you want, the role you dream of, the respect you wish people would give you, the stability you crave, the marriage you are waiting for, the savings you are trying to build. Every form of power, safety and status belongs to Allah first, then He distributes portions of it as He wills. You give to whom you will and you take from whom you will. That means the promotion that you did not get was not because your Lord is weak. The relationship that ended was not outside His knowledge. The opportunity that slipped away did not escape His plan. He gives, He takes. Behind both actions is wisdom and mercy, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. You honor whom you will and you humble whom you will. Real honor is not in a blue tick, a big house or a prestigious job. Real humiliation is not losing those things. Honor is having a heart close to Allah, whether you live in a palace or in a small apartment. Humiliation is being distant from Him, even if the whole world praises you. In your hand is all good. Not in the hand of your boss, not in an exam result, not in the economy. All good is held by Allah. If He writes good for you, no one can block it. If He holds back something from you, no one can force it. Surely you have power over all things. This is the line that can rearrange how you look at your entire day and your entire life. At the exact time when you feel weakest, early morning, half awake, facing another day of unknowns, you are asked to declare that your Lord has full power. So why is this supplication especially powerful after the dawn prayer? Because that time is a time of beginnings. Your day is like a blank page. The world is quiet. Your sins from yesterday did not kill you. Your failures did not erase you. You were allowed to wake up again. That alone is a sign that Allah is not done with you yet. At this time, your heart is soft, your ego is a little weaker, your usual distractions have not fully started. It is in that moment that you can choose to hand over your day to the true owner. But to benefit from this supplication, you need to face some truths inside. Many of us live with an illusion of control. We plan every hour, stress about every outcome, overthink every message, replay every conversation. We act as if the whole universe depends on our performance. Then, when things still do not go the way we wanted, we either break, or we get angry at Allah, or we feel that supplication does not work. On the other hand, some of us swing to the other extreme. We say, if Allah wants, it will happen. And then we make no serious effort. We call that trusting Allah, but it is really escape from responsibility. This supplication teaches you the balance. You get up for the dawn prayer, that is effort. You speak to Allah afterwards, that is surrender. You try your best in the day, that is obedience. You accept the results with trust, that is faith. The deeper roots of our struggle are often fear of losing what we have, fear of never getting what we want, comparing our story to others, tying our sense of worth to achievements and applause, forgetting that the one who wrote our story is more merciful to us than we are to ourselves. So how can you, in a simple, realistic way, build this Quranic supplication into your mornings and your mindset? First, make a firm intention to protect the dawn prayer itself. If you are not yet consistent, that is your starting point. There is no point in chasing secret supplications while ignoring the basic obligations that open the main doors to Allah's mercy. Do whatever it takes. Sleep a bit earlier, move your alarm away from your bed, ask family to help wake you. It will be hard at first, your body will complain, but remember, you are training your soul to answer the call of the one who created it. Second, give yourself a small window after the prayer before you touch your phone or lie down again. Even if it is only 3 to 5 minutes, stay seated, breathe, let the silence settle. In that time, recite this verse slowly in your own language if you need to, with meaning, O Allah, owner of all authority. You give authority to whom you will, and you take authority away from whom you will. You honor whom you will, and you humble whom you will. In your hand is all good. Surely you have power over all things. Let each line sink in. Imagine the things you are worried about as you say each part. Third, after reciting, speak to Allah in your oath. In words about the things connected to this verse, tell Him, my Lord, I am worried about my job. You give positions to whom you will. If this job is good for my faith and my life, please open it for me. If it is not, protect me from it and open something better, even if I do not see it yet. Tell Him, my Lord, I see people honored in the eyes of others and I feel small. Remind me that honor is in being close to you. Make me from those you honor with faith, even if people do not notice me. Tell Him, my Lord, today I feel weak. Remind me that all good is in your hand. Give me good in my health, my time, my money, my family, my heart, and protect me from anything that looks good but harms my faith. Fourth, combine this morning surrender with real steps in your day. If you are asking Allah to help your studies, then study in a way that would please Him. Honestly, with effort, avoiding cheating, avoiding wasting hours. If you are asking Him to bless your money, then earn and spend in ways He has allowed. No lying, no exploitation, no obvious forbidden income. If you are asking Him for a good spouse, then work on your own character, patience, honesty, kindness, modesty. You are asking for good. Be willing to become good yourself. Fifth, remind yourself regularly that this supplication is not a magic spell. It is a declaration of truth. It rearranges destinies by rearranging your heart. You start to walk through life knowing that your boss does not own your future, that your exam does not own your worth, that a rejection is not the end of your story, you stop begging creation and start speaking more to the Creator. Sixth, be patient. Seeds planted after dawn do not grow into trees by noon. Some answers will come quickly, some will come in ways you did not recognize at first. Some will come much later, at a time that will make you cry from gratitude when you see how perfectly they arrive. There will be days when you oversleep, days when you are distracted, days when your recitation feels dry. Do not give up on the routine because of a few bad mornings. Keep coming back. Your consistency is a form of worship. Remember, the fact that Allah taught you this supplication in His book is already a sign that He wants you to use it. He does not teach His servants empty words. Now, let your heart join in a wider prayer. O Allah, owner of all authority, all power, all control, you see the one who is listening right now. You know their fears about work, family, health, and the future. You know the secrets that make their heart beat faster at night. O Allah, you give and you take. You honor and you humble. In your hand is all good. Surely you have power over all things. O Allah, we admit that we have lived as if we were in control. We admit that we worried as if you were absent. We admit that we tied our hearts to people and results instead of to you. O Allah, from this day help us to start our mornings with surrender to you. Help us to protect the dawn prayer and to sit with you for a few quiet moments after it. Let this supplication become light in our homes, in our chests, and in our records. O Allah, write for us positions and opportunities that are good for our faith and our lives. Honor us with closeness to you, even if the world does not know our names. Place all kinds of good in our days and protect us from harm, whether we see it or not. O Allah, for those who feel stuck, open a door. For those who feel small, show them their worth in your sight. For those who are scared of the future, fill their hearts with trust in your plan. O Allah, do not let our mornings be wasted in forgetfulness. Make them times when angels carry our names with praise and when our hearts remember who truly owns this day. Ameen. My beloved brothers and sisters, my dear soul who is listening right now, if something in this reminder softened your heart, then know that Allah is already working within you. Protect your dawn prayer. Stay a little after it. Recite this supplication with understanding. Then walk into your day knowing that your Lord is the one who gives, takes, honors, and protects. Press like on this video as a form of gratitude to Allah for reminding your heart where real control lies. Write in the comments your own short morning supplication or intention so that others can read and say Ameen for you. Share this reminder with family and friends. Maybe it will be the reason someone turns one sleepy morning into the beginning of a new life with Allah, and that will be ongoing reward for you. And subscribe to this channel for more reminders that make your connection with the Quran and your Lord deeper and more alive. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا Muhammad and upon his family and companions.